On this channel, the Foco channel, I talk about a lot of games, and I also keep recommending them to you guys to play them. Check them out, you know, but there seems to be one problem with that. Money. One type of comment I keep getting is, looks cool, but can't afford. I am broke, sad face, and that makes me sad, man. But it did make me think, what if I just made a video where I recommended a bunch of new or upcoming games that you can play for free, 0 buckaroos, and none of that free-to-play live service schmuck. Full fleshed out experiences, demos, prologues, you name it, and I just have to start off with... I always find it rather fascinating how influential Nintendo has been over the years. Even though I don't vibe with their business strategies, like, at all, they are really sloppy and gross to say the least. You just gotta respect that game library. It is legendary, and over the years we've seen a lot of indie studios take inspiration from multiple of their series and inject their own ideas and spice into it. Ahead in Time is heavily inspired by Mario, Anton Blast by Wario Land, Tunic by Zelda. Hell, the entire Metroidvania genre is basically overtaken by indie studios. But now you also got Mind Wave, which is WarioWare, but made by Zoomers. And you know what? I vibe with it. I vibe with it quite a bit. This one is awesome. A game like this, made by Mind Wave or even WarioWare, is so simple that it's kinda stupid to even discuss. All that you do is complete short micro games lasting maximum 7 or so seconds, and you have to beat them in quick succession while it keeps going faster and getting more complex. If you really think about it, it's basically TikTok, but good. And where I think most of the fun comes from is the insanity of it all. How the game merges multiple art styles together. The concepts and ideas of the micro games and the expressiveness of all the characters slash little creatures. Look at this one, man. This has to be a top 5 creature design of all time. And Mind Wave, it just nails it. It's so over the top and goofy while still having a narrative that stays rather grounded. And while the demo is short, you can experience all it has to offer in less than an hour, it has so much potential to become a fun-ass game. There is a micro game where you have to spam your keyboard like a hardcore Twitter user, you play Pong, you do that one thing I always used to do as a kid, it even goes full-on first-person mode at times. It's great, okay? I don't want to spoil too much, but you know, it's free. Go check it out! But you know what's better than Mind Wave though? Being able to pay rent, which is why this video is sponsored by Manscaped, baby. Hit him with the blue cheering emoji, hell yeah. I've got a real game changer for all you ball lovers out there, that being the Beard and Balls bundle. Yeah, that's the actual name of the package, which includes the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra and the Beard Hedger, a perfect duo for both up and down below, if you get what I mean. Balls McGee would approve, I'm pretty sure of it. The Lawnmower 5.0 isn't just your average trimmer, it's a powerhouse with 2 interchangeable skin face blades whenever you prefer smoothness or a foil shave. The Lawnmower 5.0 has you covered, and it also includes a little LED lamp, so cute and useful. But this bundle also includes the Beard Hedger, which is a perfect companion to the Lawnmower 5.0 for sculpting and styling your facial hair. This is a trimmer that means business, very snazzy, very smooth. 2 fantastic products, and if you use code FOCO on checkout, you get a 20% discount plus free shipping. So if you want to support me, go to manscaped.com/FOCO and get yourself the Beard and Balls bundle. Big thank you to Manscaped for sponsoring this video. Now I can pay my rent. Welcome back everyone that likes to skip sponsor segments. I know why you're here. You want to hear me talk about video games, and yeah, I could sit here and rapid fire through a bunch of demos, but we would be here forever. There are so many good ones out there. So instead of doing that, I'm just going to talk about my personal favorite one that I played in preparation of this video, and that game is called... have definitely grown a big soft spot towards climbing games over the years. I loved Dying Light when it came out a decade ago. Getting Over It is my guilty pleasure. Descent, Launch, Lure, Valley Peaks, and of course, Peaks of Yore, my beloved. But then you also have White Knuckle, which takes the climbing aspect that all of these games have and puts a few very smart yet simple twists on it. This game goes full on roguelike mode. Every time you start a new run, it is completely randomly generated and you're told to just climb while trying to outrun sludge that is slowly rising up. Meaning that if you get stuck at a certain part and fail it too many times, you will be consumed by slop and be forced to watch insane drama situation videos. Ooh, scary. And just the act of climbing itself in White Knuckle is very smooth while staying challenging, since you have to be fast but precise while maintaining stamina. Holding onto a hold for too long makes your hands give out, so you have to take regular breaks while keeping a decent pace, because you know, you don't want to get slopped. Nobody likes slop. If that was all it had to offer, it would have still been really good, you know. A randomly generated climbing game where you have to avoid a bunch of funky hazards, that's right up my alley, man. Hit him with the chef's kiss. Mwah! But where White Knuckle really shines in my eyes is in its items and inventory management. This is where the game goes from good to holy hell, this game is goddamn awesome and I love it. These items are randomly littered around and each one of them has a different usage. You got piltons you can hammer into the wall to give you an extra hold, rebars you can throw from a distance to make a rope dangle down, cans of beans you can eat to instantly recharge your stamina, and a bunch more. You store these items in a slightly clunky inventory system that makes selecting and using the right tool quickly feel a bit cumbersome, but it's very intentionally done because this system makes certain parts feel very frantic and chaotic. And those moments where you make a small mistake and almost slip to your death, but manage to pick yourself up by the skin of your teeth, puffing and puffing your way up slowly. Once you experience one of those moments, bro, you feel unstoppable, man. God damn, is this a good game. If there is one thing I want you to take away from this video, is that you should go play White Knuckle. The demo is free because, you know, the title of the video and everything. And it's packed to the brim with content. I played it for over 10 hours. Yes, 10 hours. And I've only scratched the surface of it. Seriously, it is a banger, okay? Please, don't sleep on it. But here's the thing, right? Even though White Knuckle is jam-packed with stuff, it is still just a demo. I mean, it says it right on the card. It ends abruptly, it has missing features. The game, it isn't finished yet. It's only an appetizer for the full thing, which I'm sure is going to be a banger, but still. What I'm really looking for are the full fleshed out titles, the games that are finished, which brings me to, well, do you guys remember Helltaker? That little box moving puzzle game about seducing strangely attractive demon girls from hell? Well, the creator of it, Van Ripper, made a second game called Awaria, and it's once again free, baby. That's my favorite prize. Hell yeah. Unlike Helltaker though, which was very rigid in its design, you could literally beat the game by looking at a text document. Awaria is a lot more free in this regard, since it's a bullet hell game where you can move around freely. The basic concept of it is that you get put in a room with a handful of generators that randomly break, and you have to fix them with parts that lay around. Some of which are easy to get, you just grab them, but others require you to craft them beforehand, forcing you to wait. And in the midst of all of this, you once again got strangely attractive green ghost girls chasing you around, trying to kill you. Ooh, spooky. It's a sort of game of cat and mouse, where you are trying to dodge a bunch of attacks and traps while still fixing up generators in a timely manner. And it gets difficult, man. Like, really, really difficult. Notice how I didn't say hard? Because I know some of you would make a really stupid joke out of that in the comments. But I really did appreciate the difficulty of it. A handful of levels did take me a bit to beat, but once you do beat them, you genuinely feel accomplished, which is always an awesome feeling in my opinion. And it isn't very sudden. The difficulty curve is smooth and slowly expands over its 13 level long campaign. Yes, it is a short game, but you know, what are you expecting from a free game? And And yes, there is fan service, and if you watch my channel, you know that I'm not a big fan of it. I think it's usually a bit distracting, but in both Helltaker and Awaria, it is there, definitely, don't get me wrong, but it also feels like the creator had some sort of restraint. It doesn't go full on balls deep like some other games. But overall, it's a simple, fun, and well-made little bullet hell adventure, which I really enjoyed. It's about 3 hours long if you want to beat everything on hard difficulty, which I do recommend, and it has some fun music, it has some fun art, some fun characters. It's a fun game, and you know, once again, I've said it like 12 times already, free. Yay! Awaria is not the only free banger out there though. You also got Paperhead Episode 0, which is this little hour-long boomer shooter that is super high-paced and fast, and it also has a picture of Skibidi Toilet in it. Video games, everyone. Nightmare Kart. This is a Bloodborne-inspired kart racer that is slightly messy to control. And I mean, it looks cool and it has some interesting ideas, but it is such a cluster hellhole of mechanics that it becomes wildly clunky and frustrating to play. But let's be real for a second. What racing game lets you zoom around as an old man in a wheelchair? I can think of one other title, and that isn't even a racing game. Ooh, it's a masterpiece. Even with all the jank, it's a lot of fun. Psycho Pump. Now, this one is strange because the gameplay of it is kinda whatever, but it's definitely more of an artsy game where you explore really strange and weirdly disgusting structures with tentacle anime faces in it. It's a game that is made out of pure nihilistic rage against humanity, and it has some thought-provoking parts that I'm a big fan of. When you're playing this though, dude, I have no idea what the hell is even going on. It is so confusing and just, well, strange, but it's spooky without having lame-ass jump scares. I like the loading screens that are just straight up gaslighting me. If you really vibe with what you're seeing though, I recommend skipping this one and playing Psycho Pump Gold instead, which is an extended version of it with new content and extended lore. It is $9 though, so not free, but the original one, plain old Psycho Pump, that one is as free as one can be. I highly recommend checking it out. It's abstract, to say the least. The Big Catch Tackle Box, yeah, I know, I mentioned this one a few times beforehand, but can you blame me for bringing it up here again? It's a banger! This is a full fleshed out 3D platformer that is structured somewhat similar to Bowser's Fury, if you ever played that, and it's peak, man. Holy smokes, is it good. The movement of it is just so silky smooth, and the animations that are attached to said movement are so goddamn cool. This is one of the prettiest retro-inspired games I've ever laid my eyes on, and I'm not kidding. You aren't sold on it yet, even though it's like literally free? Look at this. Ooh, yeah, they cooked, man. They cooked a fancy-ass dish. But so far, I've only talked about games that are available on Steam. I haven't even mentioned itch.io, and once you open up that rabbit hole, dude, there is no stopping you anymore. So many awesome bite-sized experiences, and almost every single one of them is completely free. The Dark Queen of Morthulm, Egg Fried Rice, Shrooms and Gloom, Celeste 64, which is made by the people that made Celeste. Come on, that's awesome as hell. Good free games are all over the place, man. Maybe itch.io, Steam, or hell, even Newgrounds. There is an endless sea of creative, fun experiences out there that developers poured their heart and soul into, and it shows, man. Seriously, I have a huge amount of respect for anyone that decides to put their craft on the internet for not a single cent. It is awesome. So what are you still doing watching this video? Go play White Knuckle, go play the Big Catch Tackle Box, Awaria, Mindwave, Psycho Pump. Just stop doom scrolling on YouTube Shorts, okay? I know who you are. Just gotta stop doing it, man. Do something productive. Okay, bye-bye.